Pamela Beatty. I'm from Guinai. I work here at the City of Lethbridge as the Indigenous Relations Coordinator. Thank you all so much for coming out today. We're kicking off the celebration of Indigenous Peoples Week here in Lethbridge. On June 21st, as a country, we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day, and we're super excited to be here. So I thank all of you for attending. I thank our honored guests for being here. And to start things off the right way, I am going to welcome our elder from Guinai, Peter Weasel Moccasin.
Okay, I'm going to offer a prayer. I do my best to stop the wind. Can't promise you I can do that. I promise you good weather for the summer. Pray in your own way. Okay, na tuus. Nagsi na saka nukis kanoton. Soka ke. Nukis takakya. Nukso inmukya nukis kanoton. Ako kini ko atuda. Ito ksis kato ko. Anik matapi ko tapisi. Kinis ko sa sa. Atso atsi si takli. Atso atsi to ko sa to niya. Kis sis to. Sis to place. Kasi jito. To ka kais to. Kato kan taksi ko. Чистые суд, она всегда полкомансту. Когда похищала психу, когда похищала кладитай пописи. Так и что отсюмотала укусовая, списчукуша. Так и самая научима, цитатима, экслюпати, кипитама, спинатима. А за эти комансту, это не скуксаться сайсти, тайта пьет. Als ik nog kort kom, dan is het gesnocht dat volkskracht, zoals ze niet gaan. Ik ken niet ik ken niet gezet te zijn. De feit dat iets, dat ze iets gaat doen, ja, is soms zoeken. Ook hij is dat, hij kan niet zetten op die tijd dat is. Ook kan hij nog een stap op, en ik heb het nodig. Ako pa nito makto, pinasuka, pinabiyos, Mr. Watson, papuntahan ka.
Thank you. The City of Lethbridge wants to acknowledge that we are in the traditional territory of the Blackfoot people, the Siksikapi. The City of Lethbridge would also like to acknowledge that we are in Métis Nation Region 3. At this time, we would like to invite our Mayor, Chris Spearman.
Thank you, Pamela, and thank you, Peter, for your greetings today. When we talk about being in Blackfoot territory, we talk about being on the land of the Blackfoot people, past, present, and future. And today I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge also the issue of racism that has been raised across the country. And as I said last week, racism has been part of our past. We want to make sure it's not part of our future. I want to thank the members of our Reconciliation Advisory Committee who have come out today. Our Reconciliation Advisory Committee, I see Trina Tallow here and Amanda Scouts, and there are some others, but really Reconciliation Advisory Committee, we're working on how to build relations, better relations, based on understanding and based on respect. Every year, when we celebrate National Indigenous Peoples Day and National Indigenous Peoples Week, it's a time to reflect on what's been accomplished in the last year. How have we progressed together as a community? How are we doing together together as a community? How are we building relationships and building better futures together as a community? I think we can all reflect on that. And we can all commit to a better future for all of us. For all of our children, for all who choose to live here, for all whose ancestors have lived here for centuries. So thank you for coming out today, because your attendance today says that this is important to you. It's important to spread the message. Last year, one of our accomplishments together was following up on the recommendation from the Heart of Our City Committee and the Reconciliation Advisory Committee to adopt the word Oki as the official greeting of the City of Lethbridge. And now, Oki is a big part of who we are and who we're going to be. It means welcome in Blackfoot. And so today I'm passing out Oki pins that have been provided. I hope everybody here gets one, gets to wear one, because it's another symbol that we're working together to build better futures. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for attending today, and look forward to raising the flag here at City Hall, because that wasn't always possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, at this time, our next speaker today is from the Métis Local Region 3 Nation, the President, Adam Browning.
Tough group to go after, especially when they're doing non-read speeches. I'm worried that my speech might be gone with the wind. I'm going to start with Oki, our Blackfoot greeting, and then Tanshakia, which is our Métis Michif greeting. I appreciate the invitation from the Mayor, Mayor Spearman today, and from the Blackfoot community. We're grateful for the invitation. It's important that I'm here today on behalf of the Métis Nation to extend our partnership and our unity with our Blackfoot cousins. Speaking with our elected council, this isn't going to work. So in speaking with our elected council, our community members, and even just recently with our elder Peter Moccasin, Weedle Moccasin, sorry Peter, I've been learning a lot about the history of the Métis people and our relationships with the Blackfoot people spanning back hundreds of years. Speaking with Peter this morning, I was reminded that my own grandparents spoke Blackfoot on top of Michif, because we've lived here for hundreds of years with the welcoming and hospitality of our Blackfoot cousins. So on behalf of the Métis Nation, extending that partnership and that unity, it's important to us, our thousands of members. Coming up with Indigenous Day on June the 21st, and everything that's happening with the economic, social, political turmoil, and racism that's happening, I think it's more important now that we talk about our relationships and working together in that unity of Indigenous people and all peoples, more so than ever. So on behalf of the Métis Nation of Alberta, our elders, our Métis community, thank you, and we're grateful to share in the raising of the flag.
Thank you, Adam, for that. Our next speaker today is our MLA, Shannon Phillips. There you are, you're in hiding. Hi, Shannon.
My sunglasses on, incognito.
Okay, please welcome Shannon.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for the invitation. Thank you to the Reconciliation Committee for doing such a good job every year, and thanks to the city for supporting these initiatives, and for making us all so proud that this actually happens in Lethbridge. It doesn't happen everywhere, and as the mayor points out, it hasn't always happened. So this shows us that we're working step by step together to improve things. We're taking concrete and substantive steps to do things that are real in people's daily lives, and that's what anti-racism work is. Sometimes these movements come up, people kind of look around at each other and go, well, where did this come from? And it came from communities like this one, people in communities like this one, doing the work day in, day out, until something sparks. And that's what's happening right now across the continent and in some places around the world as well. This is a good and healthy conversation. And I think that it will show us new ways to take new steps on the local level to make real, concrete, substantive improvements to people's daily lives and to all of our experience of actually living in a community and redefining what a community actually looks like and how it serves people and how it includes everyone for success. So that was the spirit of what I saw here when I came to the Black Lives Matter protest here a couple of 10 days ago. I don't know, time doesn't have any meaning anymore. It was beautiful to see so many people of Lethbridge, so many Blackfoot people, so many Métis people, so many people of color, Black people, people of all kinds of backgrounds. So that gives me hope for this area, and it gives me hope for us being able to be leaders in the Canadian conversation around anti-racism and Indigenous reconciliation. Every year for Reconciliation Week, I try to do something because I see that you are doing things for this week, so I try to take that on. So last year I read a couple of books. I read Clearing the Plains by James Daschuk, which is very sobering, and it's not going to make you happy, but it will make you informed. And I read The Inconvenient Indian by Thomas King, which is more entertaining because it's Tom King. Many people in Lethbridge know him. He did do some time at the U of L. But this year I decided, because my kids are really struggling with how to deal with all of these anti-racism conversations. So this year, the thing I'm going to do and I'm going to work on is finding educational resources that are appropriate for them. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes in my house, it's like, racism exists, it's terrible, life is awful for everyone, and it leaves them feeling powerless, and it doesn't help them with tools to understand that it's things like this that actually help. So that's what I'm going to do this year, and I hope you take this time as well, every time during that we do this flag raising, to think, what am I going to do this year? And it can just be a small thing or a big thing, but it will probably make you a better person and make you be able to help others to build community as well, because that's what our job is as citizens. So thanks again to the city, and thank you for inviting me. I know Nathan Newdorf would have been here too. I think he's in the legislature this week. So thanks very much to everyone for attending.
Thank you, Shannon. Yes, I want to acknowledge all of our elected officials for joining us here today and for supporting this flag raising of the Blackfoot Confederacy flag. I'd also like to thank the Chief of Police for coming today. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to welcome up Trina Tallow. She is our co-chair, along with Patrick Wilson, of the Reconciliation Lethbridge Advisory Committee.
Thank you, Pam. Oki Nidanago Nadushashbiaki. My name is Trina Tallow, and I'm recently new to this position, and I'm very gifted to be able to have the opportunity to help support our community in good ways. I just want to acknowledge our elders and all the people that are contributing to this kind of work. Last year, we were able to establish a lot of, good work towards good relations. And even with the Oki sign, I see that it's an opportunity to embody all our values as Indigenous people. So I just like to thank everybody for coming out today. National Indigenous Peoples Week is always a very significant week, and I'd like to take the opportunity to help, embody those values and support our people in good ways, and help support other people in understanding how to help each other. So I'd like to acknowledge last year's committee, the current committee that we've been working towards during the COVID crisis. I think it's been, in some ways challenging, but in other ways it's really allowed us to reconnect with our immediate families and build those relationships again, and just slow down the pace. So I think we're gifted in different ways. So I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out, and I look forward to all the celebrations this week and to moving forward this year in a good way to make sure that we work towards making it a better place for everybody to live. So thank you.
Okay, I want to remind you that we have some snacks available and coffee inside afterwards if you would like to come in one at a time and have some. But at this time is the exciting part. I would like to welcome up from Guinai, Julius Delaney. This entire week to celebrate. Join us on our Reconciliation Lethbridge Facebook page for a full listing of events. Tomorrow we're going to screen Elder in the Making. All our events will be virtual this week due to the COVID-19. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. And I just want to say that I really appreciate all of you coming today. Thank you.